Ryerson University, a school with a name that's well known in Canada, but its name has a dark history, one that is now coming to light. Egerton Ryerson, the namesake of the school, has a controversial past that many consider a stain on Canadian history. His contributions to the design of residential schools have resulted in what many refer to now as a cultural genocide. While it is not known how many children lost their lives in these schools, there are estimated to be thousands, with 1,300 grave sites already being found. Pressure from Ryerson students, faculty, and the public amidst the growing awareness of Egerton Ryerson's past pushed the school to form the Standing Strong Committee. This committee made recommendations for the direction the school should take, and on August 26th, the university accepted all of the 22 recommendations, including the renaming of the university. But is renaming enough, or is it simply a performative action without actual policy change to follow? I sat down with Stephanie Reichlow from the Continuing Education Student Association of X University, a group that was advocating for the name change.
There's always been opposition to the name of the university. There have always been calls to action from Indigenous community members, specifically stating the harms associated with Ryerson and his plan that ended up being adopted for denominational, religious, English-only speaking schools where children were taken away from their families.
One of the report recommendations is for the university to develop an action plan by January 31st, 2022, to address and implement the task force recommendations. Until then, there is very little known about what the potential policies could be or how the school better support Indigenous students on campus. Mohammed Lashemi, the president and vice chancellor of Ryerson University, says that while renaming doesn't fix the problem, it is the right thing to do.
The reality is the legacy of Egerton Ryerson has increasingly been a source of pain and frustration for members of our community. And I have said many times we need to confront that legacy openly and honestly. It's not something that we want to spend money changing the name. I have heard from many members of our community, Indigenous and non-Indigenous, that felt that type of frustration and pain. And I think we have to understand, and maybe the pain is not felt by everyone, but when you have a large number of your community that are telling you that it's very painful for them, I think we have to do something.
While the school's name has not been decided on, many students are curious to know what the name will be and how reconciliation will continue. I'm Rachel Parent with On the Record.